Welcome back
to our
podcast called Difficultish, a podcast about South Asian narratives. It's hosted by my co-host
Mahua Khan,
and it's hosted by me,
Masha Munir.
And before we get any further, like the video, subscribe to the channel, just like the episode, like enjoy it, leave a comment, rate us, review us.
You know, usually I'd give you like free will to like do that on your own accord, like if you want to. Today I'm forcing you, like do it. Do it, I'll be upset.
This is dictatorship. Okay. Y'all don't have any rights here. Y'all children listen to the podcast. Y'all do whatever we say.
King and queens here.
On today's episode, we are going to talk about confidence.
Hey,
you got confidence?
I get scared.
You got confidence?
Hey, I would think
I
so.
don't.
Oh.
We're going to talk about how to grow confidence.
How to build it.
From your late teens into your early 20s, into your mid-20s, into...
forever and beyond.
Thereon.
Because I feel like, you know, when we were in high school, we were just completely different individuals.
I wasn't.
And I look back at that girl and I'm like, wow, she was so, like, scared of the world. She was always comparing herself to other people. She was so, like... you know, just fearful of like getting ahead. Public speaking was a whole other bracket. And now I think about myself now and I'm like, we've just come far, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about how brown people specifically can, you know, suffer with confidence, lack some confidence.
Yeah,
Asian people, you know, we'll talk about all that gist and, you know, we'll share you our 5-star tips and tricks and advice on how to
foolproof
grow your confidence. We are not professionals.
Yeah.
We are two dink-doinks with the podcast. You can take our advice if you want, but it's not guaranteed you're going to get more confident. We hope it does.
How you been? You're wearing red today. Damn. If you guys aren't watching the video, he's wearing bright red today. No hat in sight.
No hat.
It's a different...
I got long hair now.
It's a good day.
I think I've worn a hat every single episode for the last, 3 months.
Right.
No hat on, you know. Decided to let it out.
Yeah. It's like free-flowing.
Yeah, a little Bangladesh cricket joint. We lost, but, you know, I'm still...
rapping.
I'm still Bengali.
You're still Bengali at the end of the day.
I'm not anything else.
Just because you
just
lose.
because we lost. Yeah, I'm good. Just went to Atlanta. My sister got proposed to.
Woohoo!
My sister is engaged now.
Yay!
Went for a little surprise
got a future
down there.
sister-in-law.
Yeah, I got a brother now. Isn't that crazy? I've always wanted a brother. Now I got one.
Yeah.
At 25 years old.
It's a good day.
Thank God.
You always had my brother too.
What?
You also have my brother.
I got your brother too. I got a whole new family, extended family now.
Yeah.
And then it was fun. So if you guys listen to my solo episode, you would know that I'm on a keto diet, and I was 8 days strong, and then I went to Atlanta, and I fucked up. My diet went out there. I wanted to maintain it, but it's true that family is your biggest haters. It's like
no,
they
it's
are
not
the
even
people
that.
It's
like when you are with your family after so long, you're just eating the food that they're eating. You know, you're not gonna go out of your way.
But it's even if I try to stay healthy, I just got made fun of by everybody. It is what it is. I got knocked off, but as of 2 days ago, I've been back on my ketogenic diet. And I'm feeling good.
Isn't it so crazy how families work? It was just you and your sister and your cousins.
Yeah.
But then your sister found someone, and then your cousin found someone, and then you found someone. And then now it's just getting bigger and bigger. And
it never stops.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you bring in some babies into the world.
Wow.
Some new additions into the family.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Life works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
But you made some yummy food yesterday. You want to talk about that for a second?
Kebab, shrimp on Mediterranean Greek
casual.
feta rice. I mean, some light, I guess.
Yeah, some light. My mom tried it because my brother brought it home for the family, and my mom literally thought it was restaurant bought. So, just casual. Just casual flex.
It is what it is,
With the mango, the Florida mangoes on top. That was the cherry on top.
I'm just out here.
Yeah.
I'm just a podcaster. That's all.
Yeah, you did good.
Thank you. Yeah, what's up? You good? You had a good time? Atlanta. Favorite thing about Atlanta?
The food is fire.
Food is good. Favorite thing you had?
Oh, there's so many good things that we had.
Just name it.
What was that pancake with the fried chicken on top? Why'd you put me on the spot? If you don't
I forgot. It's like a southern
Yeah, it was a southern dish with syrup.
It's like a cornbread syrup.
It was a little bit too syrupy.
What it's called. Y'all southerners, y'all know the
There's
the
a name
cornbread
for
that
it.
looks like a pancake.
Yeah. It was a little bit too syrupy and a little bit too like much for, you know, breakfast food.
Yeah.
But it was still like a nice
Hit the spot.
Yeah.
Hit the spot.
Nice
That's what
food.
they say. That's what they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, now we out here back to this podcasting thing, back on this keto diet.
Yeah, I hope that's okay.
And you know, hopefully trying to build up this confidence.
Yeah.
Trying to get more confident.
Yeah. How you feel about your confidence?
It's a lot better.
From what?
From high school.
Yeah.
A lot better from high school. But when I was in high school, I think, you know, I didn't realize how much confidence I was lacking. Just because I think when you are in like a deep space, a deep place of lacking confidence, you make yourself believe that like you're not actually, and you make yourself believe that like this non-confident version of yourself is like the right version of yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, you mask like your insecurities with like, you know, just craving attention from people and validation from people, and you know, copying trends or like what other people are doing and trying to fit in, and you're like, you do all this just to mask the fact that you are feeling insecure about yourself and you're not feeling confident about yourself. And that's what a lot of what I was experiencing in high school. But nowadays I'm a lot better. You know, it's a work in progress. It's a whole journey. But there are so many different aspects of my life that I feel so much more confident in. So many things that, you know, I probably haven't had too much improvement on, but, you know, I'm aware of it now, and I recognize that, you know, there's things that I have to continue working on. And, you know, you make mistakes along the way too. You know, you'll be going a certain way and you'll think that that's the right way, but then like somewhere along the line you're like, damn, like this isn't me. Like I thought this was me. I wanted this to be me, but like this is not me. I got to be like the truest version of me, so that, you know, you'll detour. But it's a journey, man.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's so crazy. Like in high school, I feel like since you are learning about yourself and you're trying to fit in, you do things that you're not really comfortable with because you see other people do it, or you think that's going to make you cool. But I feel like now I'm in a place now where I'm not trying to fake who I am to be liked, you know? So that's a very big like growth mindset, you know?
That's how you got to do it.
You just have to be authentic to yourself. Obviously, there are people out there that don't unlearn that even after their 20s or 30s or whatever it is. But I think it's very important to just like stay true to yourself, whether it is if you're trying to grow in your career or if you're trying to grow as a person in general in your friendships. You just have to be like you have to find yourself and just stay true to that, you know?
But what if I think I'm boring? What if I just think I'm a boring regular person? Well, that, you know, I'm just like, I want to be more, I want to be something else, you know? Like I'm just, you know.
Okay, let me re-clarify, because I feel like it's important to be uncomfortable to grow. Like you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone to grow. But when I say if you're doing things that you're uncomfortable with, as in like if you're not really a loud person, or if you're not really like a party person, but you're going out to party because you see all your friends are partying, that's obviously uncomfortable, but more in like the negative way, because you're not necessarily like growing from that. Like that's not going to push you in like the right direction, really. You're really just doing that because you feel like it will make you cooler, even though that's not who you are. When I say that you should be uncomfortable to grow, I mean like, you know, traveling, or like getting out of your comfort zone by moving to another state for a job or college or whatever it is, you know, that would make you hopefully usually grow as a better individual. That's, you know, true.
You took
so that's what I meant, you know.
You took that right off my bullet point list.
That was on your bullet point list? It was on mine too.
Yeah, it's probably like the most generic advice.
Dang.
To step outside of your box.
But it's interesting because like while we were thinking about this episode, we were also talking about like the Asian American minority myth, or the Asian minority myth. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically this like stereotype that Asian Americans are more studious, more successful, they're more well oriented in like the math and sciences, and it is a stereotype. Whereas on top of that, we're also boxed into the fact that we're too quiet, like we're not going to stand up for ourselves. If something happens, if we see, you know, like a negative thing going around us, we're not gonna speak up, you know. We're always like reserved and like just shy. And I think because of that, many of us were told to not speak up if like something bad happened, because we were trying to like assimilate, you know, because of immigrant parents. And we grew up like shy and without a voice.
And on top of that,
us.
On top of that is, even if you do choose to speak up, your voice isn't seen as important as, the white voice. Or, it's not. Why are you smiling?
No, go ahead.
Oh, so funny.
No, I was just thinking, like, I used to be so shy in school. Like, I'd be sitting in, like, I'd sit in the middle. I don't want to be all the way in the back. But, like, I'd never raise my hand. And, I was just trying to picture what kind of person you were.
I was the same. I never talked ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Like, yeah, I mean, I lost my train of thought.
No, you never talked, but I feel like you had a phase where you were rebellious.
In school?
No, not in school. Like with your friend group.
Yeah, I guess. But like in school, I think it was just. I mean, in school, it wasn't because model minority or something. It's just 'cause I was a bad student, and I I feel like I never wanted like people knowing that I wasn't doing good.
Yeah.
Like teachers knew. And, like, I felt embarrassed to talk to them and, like, ask them questions because, like, I felt like, all my teachers were, like, looking at me like some sort of way thinking that I was, like, a dumb kid. So I just chose not to talk to them. And, like, I don't know, like, talking to kids in class, like, you naturally bring up, your goddamn grade in the class. And I just wanted to be, like really avoidant of all that type of stuff. But, yeah. What does confidence mean to you? What's confidence?
Oof. That's a good one. Well, I think confidence, obviously, you can feel physically confident in, like, the way you look, appearance-wise, your body-wise, whatever it is. There's also, like, the mental confidence where you feel just, like, unstoppable. Like, you feel like you're on top of the world mentally. You feel like you can walk into a room and there's, like, an aura that exudes out of you.
Aura.
Where you just feel like you can do anything, right?
Yeah.
And I think that if you have that, then you also feel like physically confident. I think it's like all interconnected, right?
Confidence is just the truest expression of self.
Ooh, that was a good one.
It's being unapologetically you.
Yeah.
It's recognizing that you doing things for other people and not doing things for other people, all that just kind of leads to, being shameful of yourself. I think true confidence comes from the knowledge that being you is enough. Trying to be somebody else is not going to cut it. You could take inspiration from other people. You can look at other people for guidance and advice. But at the end of the day, you just got to do what is true to you.
You can't be that.
And nobody else is going to know what's true to you. That's the thing. So you can only look at other people or look at other things as examples to an extent, because nobody knows the true version of you. Only you do.
Yeah,
only you.
I think confidence is also like, you can wear something that might be eccentric and like you're not really caring about other people's opinions on that. You're able to authentically do something without fear of just like looking dumb, because you just want to do it, and you're willing to look stupid, because you want to do something that you actually love or whatever it is.
But I think it's less like willing to look stupid and more just like absence of care. Like just like not caring.
There's a word for that. Apathetic? Is that the word?
What'd you say?
Apathy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good.
Why'd you look at me like I was dumb?
I thought you said empathetic. I
no.
was like, that's not what that is.
Come on.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, it's less, like worrying about what, or like it's less like, oh, like because I'm wearing this, like everyone's gonna think I look good. People might mistake that as confidence. Was like, that's not confidence. Confidence is like, I'm wearing this because I like it, and like I'm glad that you like this too. But like, I'm not wearing this for you to like this. Right. I'm wearing this because I like it.
Right.
And I think a lot of people because I think that's what I used to do in high school. That's what a lot of people used to do in high school, is like they used to look at what was popular and do it, and like they would feel confident in it because they know that like most eyes are seeing it in a good way because it is popular. But like, that's not true confidence. True confidence is doing because you actually like it. Know? So, but yeah. Where you what you want to like?
We can't talk today. Like,
you wanna get into like tips and stuff. Okay, yeah.
You want me to get started?
Yeah, hit me. What's up?
All right, number 1. And listen to me when I say this, because it's a little confusing when I say it, all right? How I build confidence is embodying a characteristic or a habit instead of being wishy-washy and saying that I'm trying. So let me explain. Let me break it down.
Yeah, break that down. I need that.
So, like, for example, instead of, like, imagine a smoker who is trying to quit smoking. Instead of being like, oh, I'm trying to quit smoking when being offered a cigarette, versus saying, oh, I don't smoke. Like, think about that. You're embodying that you're no longer a smoker instead of being like, because words matter, right? Instead of being less confident with the fact that you're trying to do something instead of just saying that you're done with it, right? So even when I stopped drinking like years ago, right? I stopped like 2-something years ago, right? I used to do it in high school, whatever. I would say I don't drink anymore. Well, in the beginning, actually, when I would get offered a drink, I would just be like, oh no, I haven't drank in a while. Like, I'm trying. Like, I would over-explain myself. I would be like, oh, I'm trying not to drink anymore. And that would just make it very, like, confusing in my head, and also confusing to the other person if it seemed like it was a temporary pause, you know? And I felt like I had to over-explain myself, which I didn't like. And then I adopted the fact that I'm not a drinker at all. That's not a part of me. And that's what made me feel more confident in my decisions.
I like that.
Like, even if you are, you know, a business owner like me, or if you're an artist, right? But you're doing it part-time with like a full-time job or a student, whatever. Don't be like, oh, like I'm a student, like I work a full-time job, but I also do this on the side. Like, you're not confident about it. Just be like, oh, I'm a business owner, you know?
I like that.
It's just like, it makes you embody that personality, that person, that attitude, and it just like makes you feel more like sure about it.
Words matter.
Yeah.
Words matter.
Yeah.
The way that you say things matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you gotta practice self-worth too. You know, make yourself feel like you're worthy of that title.
And obviously on top of that, like, actually put in the work to make that come true. Like, don't be like, oh, I'm not a smoker, but you're actually smoking in secret, like on the side.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh, I'm a business owner, but you've worked like nothing on it. Like, if you actually because right now I'm listening to Atomic Habits, the audiobook, because your sister recommended it to me. And it's, if you are incrementally working towards your goals every single day, like if you're writing, you're not writing a book within one day, but you're writing towards finishing that book. And you know, if I'm an artist and I'm like being creative every single day in small ways, that means that I'm an artist. That doesn't mean I have to be a successful like artist that sells out all these shows and has these museums, and it doesn't mean you have to have like, you know, all these successful books and like, you know, awards, whatever it is. As long as you're doing the act in small ways every single day or like frequently, then you are characterized as that thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's repetition. Yeah, you got that. I remember my first day at my coffee shop. I had forgotten everything about how to make coffee, and I was so like so shy in my first day. I was like, no, like I don't really, you know, I don't know how to, but it's like, you know, it's just repetition, bro. After doing a couple of days, you get into the flow of things, and like you build like that mental kind of like I forgot the word before. Just you get into like a flow state when you do things in repetition, and you're able to like normalize it in your head. That's good.
Yeah, you like that one. First, I just had to start off with a banger, you know?
Thank you.
All right, next one.
I got one.
Can you follow through with that one? Like, can you do better? Or?
I don't know. Let's see. Look at the people around you. People you surround yourself with matter.
Work it down.
And you feed off their energy.
Yeah. Even
if you don't realize that you do. If you around some ding doinks and they just giving off ding doink energy all day, are you crazy to think that you are going to grow as a person? No. Because you got some dinks around you. You got to surround yourself with the type of people that you would like to be. And it really, really, really does make a difference.
And you know, that also relates to social media followings. If you follow ding doinks on your social media and they're just doing ding doink things every single day.
What's the ding doink thing?
Like you have all like
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Playing with your floaty all the time in the pool. Like that's all you do.
You goddamn pool TikTokers. Yeah, I'll get unfollowed.
I don't know what TikTokers do, but if you were following that and you know, you see all these people, they're kind of like doing the same thing every day, not really progressing in life visually, as you can see on social media. You don't know what they're doing outside of that. Or even if you're following influencers or celebrities and it doesn't feel like they're adding value to your life in some way,
it's like
your surroundings matter.
You know when like you hang out with someone or have a conversation with someone that just has really, really good positive energy.
Yeah.
And you just feel great after it. Like,
yeah.
You just feel motivated. Like, they don't even have to give you some motivational speech. You just speak to someone that has that energy.
Yeah,
it could be a friend of yours that, you know, you don't talk to, like, every day. But, like, you know, if you're sitting around, whatever, you talk to them. They're just always, like they don't have to be smiling, but just, like, they embody, like, motivation.
Right.
And just, like, ambition and passion as a person. You just, like, I think of, like, my friend Jake or my friend Alex, who, like, whenever I talk to them, they're just always, like, they don't gotta be happy, but just having a positive, fresh outlook on life and, like, really speaking into people. It could really change your day, bro. It can make your day so much better just having a good conversation with someone with good energy. And if that happens to someone good, obviously it's gonna happen with someone bad too. If you talk to someone that's being a little lousy, that's always upset about, you know, their basketball team lost the last night, so is gonna have a bad day. You know, like that is gonna affect you.
Yeah.
You know, just being around people that are just always complaining, always, you know, like.
And it's so crazy because, like, you know, we're obviously trying to build our own confidence, but now we're saying, oh, our confidence plays a huge part with, like, who we surround ourselves with. So that's, like, not necessarily something that we can really fix besides, you know, just leaving that friend group or, like, not being around those people anymore. But obviously there are more factors on top of building confidence, but having good people around you that actually contribute in a good way to your confidence plays such a big part. It's so wild. Like, you don't even realize it because you're so accustomed to feeling low about yourself or feeling uninspired or not motivated, and you see all the people around you who are also maybe feeling the same way or maybe making that happen for you. And I feel like your first instinct isn't to be like, oh, I have to leave this friend group.
That's honestly why I love going to open mics when I was like 19, because you would go and you would just hear people, you know, speak their creative energy into like this piece or this poem or song that they made, and like that like self-expression speaks to you. And like I would go to these events and I would just feel so good after it. Like, half because what I received from the open mic was great in regards to like the songs or poems or whatever, but like the other half is like you just feel like good energy from people. You feel people that are chasing their dreams. You feel people that are making products that they're proud of, and all that really, really does speak to you, and you don't even recognize it until you leave. That's the thing. You don't realize what good energy is until the good energy leaves and you feel its effects. You know, and like this happens to me all the time, and like whenever it happens, I'm like, damn, like I love this, because after any really, really good experience, I just feel more confident in myself to do whatever I want. You know, whether it's like, oh, I feel confident enough to go out tonight, go hang out with someone else new, and like and hopefully give this good energy to somebody else, or I feel confident to you know, write this poem that I've been struggling with, go home, just finish it up, because whatever. It's like just being around good people really fucking changes your life. And confidence
isn't like overnight. Obviously, you're not gonna be the most confident person in one day, but these small steps and these small factors play a huge part in your confidence. Like, you know, it took us years to find our right friend group that actually like supports and empowers us and like genuinely wants us to do better, which makes us want to actually do better. And then, you know, the word choices, like that took us a while to actually exhibit as well. So it's just like things like that we don't really think about, or we don't even think that it has a direct correlation on confidence, that actually makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I did good?
Yeah, that was good.
Better than yours, or?
Wow. All right. So, next one. Because I'm thinking, like, damn, what would I say to my high school self that was, like, scared as shit before a presentation? Like, I was so scared of public speaking and just talking in front of a classroom or to anyone. Something that helped me is working on charisma and being more personable.
How you work on that?
Let me break that down. So, something that I worked on is like being able to hold a conversation and being less robotic. So I feel like when I was, told to give a presentation in school, I would essentially try my best to memorize everything and like be like knowledgeable, right? Like I just wanted to know all of my facts, which obviously is important. I didn't want to look dumb in front of the classroom, and I just made sure I knew the information without like reading off the board. But also there are some people that get anxious about that, so they do read off the board.
Yeah, big board reader.
Oh, you were a big board reader?
Good guy.
Yeah, God. I believe. Just word for word, or like did you paraphrase?
What?
Paraphrase, or did you read word for word?
Paraphrase? World War II started at 1936 with paraphrase. Like crazy.
Did you get good marks for that or no?
I was there'd be a sentence, right? And like at the last word, I'd like turn around and say the last word. Big board reader. Where my board readers at? Stand up.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I did that in high school too. But anyway, so yeah, when you are trying to read or we give a presentation, sometimes you get anxious and you read off the board, or you just know all of the information and you paraphrase it. But you're very like robotic when you are doing it, because you're just trying to like pass the class and just say the information right. But also, have you noticed that like the presentations that are usually better are like the comedians in the class, or like the jocks,
right?
Because they're able to like not be funny, but like they have that energy in them, so I think about that, right? And I don't know if it's like the teacher in me and I know how to present, or if, I don't know if it's just I'm able to exude that confidence now. But I feel like it's really important to have that mixture of charisma and like a personable exterior on top of like knowing your information. So now I feel good personally when I'm able to like hold up a conversation and like respond with adequate responses, that relate to the conversation. Listen like a good friend, and just like have those traits of just being a good listener, friend, I
got a question.
Yeah.
How do you be more charismatic? I have no charisma.
You do.
No, I'm just saying I know I do.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Right.
But like someone that doesn't,
Riz?
like, how do I?
You got Riz? Charisma.
We've been through this.
Riz is short for charisma.
No, it is.
Yes, it is, bro.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
How do I grow charisma? How do I be charismatic?
I think that's something that like takes a lot of practice. So I wouldn't say that I'm an extrovert. Like I wouldn't say that I love going outside. Actually, it's the opposite, right? But I would say that I'm pretty good at talking to people. I think it's important to kind of rehearse like intonation, like a level of octaves, like voice level, because that's something that you actually had trouble with. Like you're very like monotone sometimes. You'll be like, yeah, like I went to the, like it's just very one level. It's just important to have like different octave levels, and then on top of that, like facial expression. Third thing could be like eye contact. Fourth, like there are so many different layers to it to have just charisma, but also on top of that, just being a personable human being that looks attentive and looks like you care, and things like that. I definitely think having a podcast together helped a lot with that, because we're able to talk about just nonsense for an hour straight. But yeah, I think it's just really important to be a human being, instead of trying to be so robotic, because in school usually we don't really take like talking classes. We don't really take, I know I had a public speaking class in high school. I personally didn't take it, but that's really it. We don't learn how to be a human. You know, we just learn how to read off a board. We learn how to be educated, whatever. But I think it's up to us to like learn the basics of being a good friend, you know? And then that translates into having more confidence. So yeah, just like practice, because I definitely have phases, and I've had phases where I'm going outside every single day and it forces me to talk to people. Sometimes your job obviously forces you to talk to people, like you in coffee or like you in marketing. And yeah, just like seem interested, you know? And then also I think it helps a lot if you open up your mindset to the idea that there's so much to learn from other people and you're not the smartest person in the room.
Facts.
And you genuinely want to learn from people because you're interested in them, and that makes you more like enthusiastic to talk to them.
That's what I was about to say. It's like you gotta find a reason to not have to fake it. You know? Because I think a lot of time we're like, all right, I'm gonna fake this to get through it, and then I'm waiting for this to be over with.
Yeah.
But it's like, regardless of what you are talking about, you can find something to be excited about. You know, like it doesn't like you could be talking to someone about cornbread from Idaho, like whatever it is. You could find something to
you got
get
pretty
excited.
good about that.
I've always been my thing.
No, you had a phase where you were kind of falling off of it, but now you're pretty good at it.
No, you need to understand. Like for me, like I've always been good at it. It's just like what I struggle with is like being in the trying to convince myself that I have to be in a certain mood to do it, or like being like, you know, if I'm tired, I'm not gonna do it. Right. If I'm upset about anything, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. If I'm just like not feeling the energy, I'm not gonna do it. That's what I struggle with. Just like always trying to find an excuse to not be like that. I know I can talk to someone, talk their ear out for like hours about cornbread. Like I talk about like whatever it is. I know. But it's just like the mood that I struggle with. Yeah. But yeah, so you gotta find a reason to not fake it.
Yeah. You got one? You like that one or no?
Yeah. You kind of snap. You kind of snap.
I know.
It's alright. I mean, like mine's a little bit better, but you gotta take that leap.
Dang.
You gotta take that leap.
The cliche one.
You gotta take that leap, because I think a lot of time, when I have felt like, not even when I felt the most confident, just when I've had like the best experiences in life, was when you know, I opened that door and I took that leap, and you know, I went against you know, my comfort zone, and I did something that was scary. And doing things once can absolutely change your whole perspective on confidence and just like on life. Like, you know, your first solo trip, like after you did your first solo trip, you're probably really scared for your first one. But for your second one, you're going to be a lot less scared, because you already know how you move and how you think and how you operate in a solo trip. And you know what to expect and what to look forward to. And like just the whole ecosystem of it. Like once you do things once, it gets so much easier. Yeah. And you grow so much more confidence in doing whatever it is. Like if it's cooking, like honestly, I can be honest.
Go ahead.
I used to be scared of cutting onions.
I remember.
Because I used to cry so much.
Yeah.
Like, I think the first time I cut onions, good God. Like, my shirt was drenched. Like, I cut. But it's like, you got to keep doing it. And now?
A little bit.
I don't do nothing.
You don't cry anymore?
The onion cries.
You don't cry anymore?
The onion is scared of me now. It's just, you know, and like, and this is silly, but it's like that one thing has gotten me so much more confident in the kitchen. You know, because now I'm like, not only am I like practicing like my knife skills, but now like I know that I can freely add onions in my dish, right, and not be scared of fucking balling.
And now we have delicious dishes.
I make shrimp bona.
Yeah,
you think I would have made this shrimp bona 6 months ago? Right. Hell no.
And also, like on top of that, just getting out of your comfort zone, it reminds me of a time when I was literally in my last semester of college, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to finally introduce myself as my name, as my full name, right? This is something that I've never done in my 21 years of being in, like, living, right? Damn. I would always introduce myself as Mo, and I was like, you know what? I am going to regret it if I don't at least try in my last ever year of undergrad. So then I think out of 5 out of my 7 classes, or 3 out of my something like that, I introduced myself as my name, and it was so uncomfortable because, again, imagine 21 years of living, never even calling yourself that name, hating it, and just like not embracing it at all. I felt like a whole different person. So I was like, yeah, my name is Mahua, you know? And then I got used to it, and now 4 years later, like, I introduced myself as that. It's just, you know, you got to start somewhere.
You remember when I was in Atlanta and I said my name was Mashnoon, and then he turned the thing around and said Paulo. My name is Paulo from now on.
Welcome to our podcast with my co-host Paulo Munir.
Yeah. What's up? We good?
All right, my next one.
Oh, we got more. Sorry.
My next one. So, something that really helps build your confidence, especially for me at least, is try to hone in on what you really like about yourself, not physically, more like mentally. Like, do you like that you have a lot of hobbies? Do you like that you're a hard worker? Do you like that you're a good friend? For me personally, I'm very proud of the fact that I'm very disciplined and that I'm a hard worker. So for me to continuously be proud of this, I like hone in on that, and I work towards those things every single day in small ways so that I can like hold on to those habits that make me a hard worker or disciplined. And it makes me more and more confident because I'm just like perfecting those parts of me and like really delving into it, you know?
Like what are some things?
Like a hard worker or discipline?
No, like you said, like,
yeah, I'm really proud of the fact that I'm a hard worker and disciplined.
But you say you like remind yourself of those things like throughout.
Yeah, not like things. Remind myself. I mean, I work towards those things every day to, like, you know, like for example, I have my to-do list that I finish every single day. I'm a hard worker, so I work on all of the different like jobs that I have every single day, and I'm like proud of the fact when I'm like done with it at the end of the day, you know. And if you have a lot of hobbies and that's like one of the biggest things that you're proud of, you know, try to not perfect it, but try to work on those things every day and just like really feel like purposeful in your journey.
And I think to add on that, and to tie in something I said before, about like surrounding yourself with good people, is like when you like dive into something about yourself that like you're really proud of, and then you find someone who is interested in you and learning more about you, I find that like I love talking about the things that like I know that I'm good at, and like it just makes, and like talking about it and like talking through it, and like say there's some fixation that you've had over the last like 6 months or something, like, you know, like botany. Say you like fell in love with learning botany, like botany. Plants, like you love learning about plants, but you just like, but it's been like a personal, like, you know, you just love learning about plants, and you find someone that's like wants to learn, like finds out that that's something that you're interested in and asks you questions about it, and then like you go on like an hour-long kind of rant conversation talking about it. Like this kind of happened to me before, where like after that, like I'm just like, man, like it's like a reminder of like, man, like I'm passionate about something. Like,
yeah,
I love feeling passionate. I love speaking on things that I'm educated on, or, you know, seeing my research and my own learnings and teachings like come into fruition and stuff. And that just makes you, you know, more confident to go on and like continue learning, or, you know, go deeper, or find something new to speak on. And yeah, I think it's like a lot of it comes down to like look in the mirror, and like whether it's things about you or things that you know that you are interested in. Like I love like language and like linguistics. Like I love learning about like accents and how different accents are formed through like in like a country, and like how music is born from like those accents.
You're very passionate about music.
And like I love speaking on it. And after I finish speaking on it for however long with somebody that's interested in it as well, you feel great, and you feel smart, and you feel educated, and you feel like motivated to keep going. Yeah, it's just a good feeling, man. Yeah. So find something that, you know, about you that you love, or find some that you love to talk about, and just talk about it.
This is your sign to explore new things.
Yeah.
Find just find different versions of, or, you know,
botany, baking.
Yeah.
You got yeah, that's
people probably thought the podcast ended.
That's all I got. Let's see what y'all said in in the gram.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, we post every single week on our Instagram what the episode's going to be about beforehand, so you can send in your questions, your takes on it, and we sometimes feature you, so make sure to follow us on that. It's at difficultish and at difficultish podcast on our TikTok. What we got?
I got one. Experimenting with self-care. How didn't we touch on this?
Yeah.
Cologne, face washes,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't talk anything about physical confidence just because I feel like that's a whole other bracket and everything's like intertwined with one another. If you feel internally confident and if you feel, it kind of plays a part with if you feel physically confident.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, experimentation definitely does help a lot, boost your ego. Like I've been wanting to get a little haircut. I recently got a little tooth gem. Things like that. It just makes you
calm.
It just makes you like experiment with who you are, makes you discover new things that you might like, and boost your ego a little bit,
It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like that. I like that. Next, we got learning to become independent is also a small.
It's a big one.
Learning to be independent.
That's
Independence. That's really the driving factor for all of this.
Yeah.
Not having to rely on other people or not, like just knowing that you'll be good on your own. A lot of brown women, like are made to believe that, they have to be dependent on someone else.
On a husband, on a father.
There's no feeling better than knowing that you gonna be good on your own.
It's true. And I am.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all we got for this episode. I'm tired. I'm sweating. I need to, cut this off. You got 10-second advice?
Ooh, advice? Now that you say that, I don't.
Yeah, what's new? You tried to fool me. It didn't work. If you wanted to ask me, oh my God, I forgot that I got you mad pastries yesterday. they're still
in your backpack.
They're still in my backpack.
Bruh, now they're bad.
They're probably good.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get food poisoning.
Okay.
This is your sign to get a travel credit card and use your points for travel.
If any of you honestly want to start a Chase Sapphire credit card, please do not open it without contacting me. I will send you a referral link. We'll both get extra points. Please, I'm begging you.
He just wants
I'm serious.
extra points. Do you have one that isn't related to what I said? Like you just always like piggybacking off of what I say, and then you just waste people's time.
It's hot out. Get some new deodorant. When's the last time you experimented with the new deodorant brand? Try something new. A lot of y'all use the same deodorant y'all have used since y'all was 7 years old.
What's smelling
y'all
good?
Have never tried a new deodorant brand. It's that time. It's that summer. It's summer 2024. Global warming is upon us. It's only getting hotter. Get a new deodorant. Try it out.
He's saying that because he smells bad.
And I never smell bad ever.
It's true, actually, you don't.
Thank you so much.
What's our emoji of the week?
Deodorant.
There's no deodorant emoji.
What we talking about? Confidence.
The mirror.
Yeah, sure.
Give us the mirror emoji if you listen this far.
Let me see the mirrors.
All right, we love you guys so much, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.